So now we're going to be taking a look at the Pac-Man Connect and Play. Yep, that's right. Connect and Play from Bandai. Now you're wondering why I have two of these. Well, it's because of the joystick quality. Yep. So, let's start with this one. I got this in 2013 at GameStop, and it looks pretty cool. I like the look of it. It has a somewhat oversized on-off switch that's operating just fine. You also have some kind of mushy buttons, which do not have micro switches, even though they might sound like it. Even though they don't. They don't have micro switches in it. You also have a little joystick that does not have micro switches in it either. And this joystick is just terrible. It's stiff, it's mushy, it's unresponsive, and there's more diagonal directions than straight, making it a pain to go forward or straight in games like Bosconian, Xevious, Pac-Man. It's just, this joystick is just terrible. Usually when I die when playing Pac-Man, it's because of me. But the massive majority of times I died on this version, on this plug and play, it was because of the joystick not responding to any turns that I wanted to do. This was a very common problem, so it's not just mine. So this joystick is just terrible. Good thing they changed it in, I think, 2014 or 15, when they branded it with the whatchamacallit, the 35th anniversary. Yeah. They actually dramatically improved the joystick. Now it's smooth, it's fluid, and it's a little noisy, but not very noisy. And as you can hear, it's got the nice clicky micro switches in it. Yep. The light is also a little different. This one's a little pinkish on camera. This one's just orange-ish. You also have a little notch right here for the wire to pass through, so you can keep the lid on while you have the wire out. Yep. Single-handed, I'm gonna try to... never mind, I'm gonna do it with both hands. It runs on 4 AA batteries, as usual, and you also have your standard RCA cables with the mono audio. So let's go ahead and take this Pac-Man plug and play and see how fun it is. Okay, now turn it on. So there's all that copyright info. Bandai! Nope, this is not a Jakks Pacific product. So we have Pac-Man, Super Pac-Man, Pac-and-Pal, Pac-Man Plus, Pac-Man 256, Mappy, Galaxian, Galaga, Dig Dug, Xevious, Bosconian, and New Rally X. Also, sorry if the screen's too big. The tripod I'm using is a little too close and a little too small. Check out Pac-Man first. So this Pac-Man plug and play was made by Bandai back in 2012. It actually uses real arcade ports. Not parts, ports. The first game is Pac-Man, and just like in the previous Pac-Man plug and plays, it controls great and is still fun to play. And this is actually a perfect arcade port of the original game. And for some reason, I seem to enjoy it more than I did on the original Pac-Man plug and play. I'm playing this a little too much, aren't I? The second game is Super Pac-Man. In this game, it's kind of like the original Pac-Man, except you have door, instead of pellets, you have fruits, and you also have keys to open doors, and you also have super pellets, which make you bigger, invulnerable. Sorry, I can't talk today. It's kind of hard to control when he's in the Super Pac-Man mode. The super pellets also let you bust through doors. It's good, but it's not my cup of tea. The third game is Pac-Man, a game that some of you might not be familiar with, but I sure am. In this game, you flip over cards to open doors and collect fruits and power-ups. You also have a safe zone in the middle that lets you slow down ghosts. You also have these little power-ups that turn you blue and let you shoot out lasers. You also have a friend ghost that helps you clear the maze. It's good, and it is definitely my cup of tea. The fourth game is Pac-Man Plus. This game is my favorite Pac-Man game. It's like a little Pac-Man game that added some twists. For one, the graphics are different. The ghosts actually have leaves on their heads when they turn blue. And you also have cans of cola that makes the ghost turn blue and invisible. That still made no sense. It is definitely my favorite Pac-Man game. The fifth game is Pac-Man 256, the hardest Pac-Man game on this list. You start on level 255 and you have to try to beat it to get to level 256. The power pellets do nothing except turn them around. This is the hardest game on the list, but I'll make it eventually. I don't care what it takes. I have to get to the 256th level. Oh, the joystick slipped. That happens sometimes. Ah! Get away! Oh! Two lives left. Two pellets left. Oh. Woohoo! So this is it. Level 256. The unbeatable level. No, really, it's unbeatable. You can't beat it. It's actually my favorite level of all time. You know what would be even greater? If I were even able to beat it. Look at this. I'm stuck in the wall. The sixth game is Mappy. In this game, you jump on trampolines, open doors to knock out mice, open microwave doors to stun mice, but your main goal is to... cats, not mice. You are a mouse. But your main goal is to retrieve the stolen merchandise. It's fun, but it is not my cup of tea. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Okay, New Rally X is the seventh game. It's like Pac-Man, but with a car. Yeah. You already know how to play this game, but I'll tell you. In this game, you collect flags while avoiding other red cars. And you have a limited amount of fuel. And instead of power pellets, you have smoke screen. Bang! Shut up and start playing, okay? Okay, boss. See, that's what the smoke screens do. This is pretty much my favorite game on this list. The 8th game is Bosconian. In this game, you shoot enemy bases, mines, asteroids, missiles, and other stuff. This game is definitely my cup of tea. It is also one of my favorites. I love this game so much. Hello? It is also kind of hard to go diagonal. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The 9th game is Xevious. In this game, you shoot metal stuff while dropping bombs on other metal stuff. And sorry if the screen's too big. Again. In this game, you shoot metal stuff while dropping bombs on other metal stuff. It's okay, but it's not my cup of tea. The 10th game is Dig Dug. In this game, you dig tunnels while blowing up enemies or dropping rocks on them. Which is kind of a weird thing to do. But it's a pretty good game, but it's not my cup of tea. The 11th game is Galaga. In this game, you shoot aliens. That's it. It's like Space Invaders, except the aliens actually dive down at you. It's also like Galaxian, except your ship is much faster, and it's actually much easier than Galaxian. And much more fun, but it's still not my cup of tea. The 12th and final game is Galaxian. In this game, you shoot aliens again, yeah. It's like Galaxian. It is Galaxian. It's like Galaga, except the ship is much slower and the game is much harder. It is definitely not my cup of tea. Graphically speaking, and sound and music-wise, it's pretty much exactly spot on, with a few minor differences, like the lives, the fruit, the high score, and the score are on the side instead of on the top and the bottom. Family-friendly wise, even though this system wasn't rated, I assumed this would get an E for everyone rating. You can still get this at some big name stores like Amazon, GameStop, or Walmart, which is where I got this one from. Well, I got one from GameStop, I got one from Walmart. So what do I think of this plug and play? It is a pretty good plug and play. I just wish it could have a menu button instead of having to press A and B simultaneously to go back to the main menu. But overall, this system is pretty fun. So where am I going to rank it? Pretty high. I'd much rather play the PAC-MAN Retro Arcade Plug and Play by Jakks Pacific at number 1. But I will put it over the Ms. Pac-Man Plug and Play by Jakks Pacific at number 2. So out of all the 7 plug and play consoles that I have ranked, the Pac-Man 256 Connect and Play by Bandai Namco Entertainment is going into the number 2 position. This plug and play is highly, highly recommended. So what do you think of this plug and play? Whether you agree or disagree with me, let me know in the comments below. So yeah, thanks for watching, and if you'll excuse me, I think I'll play some more Pac-Man Plus.